Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. K Miss Missy 2 press on. I'm actually getting ready to put on my press ons now. But I wanted to do another vlogtober because I'm so far behind. I'm so sorry. So if y'all see me in the same outfit, same do in the car, posting 2 or 3 a day, it's because I'm behind. And it's my birthday month, so I want to apologize. I've been hanging out, I've been chilling, going out, partying, doing all the above. But this story time is about the time I got robbed. We got robbed, my sister and I. If I'm talking better now, it's because I took out my Invisalign so I can eat and I can drink my tea. For the people who have Invisalign, y'all know y'all can't drink or eat anything besides water, which it help you lose weight, definitely. Let's get started. We were young, my sister and I think it was about 16, 17. I think we was just getting into college or already in our first semester of college. So either like the summer going into college or maybe the first semester. Terrible. God has been on our side completely throughout our whole life. Thanks to my mom, my grandma, prayers, family members. They had their eye on us. I'm gonna put this. I was doing my nails, y'all. But one day we decided to get ready to go to a block party. We was invited to a block party, and I'm thinking like, we about to get fresh. We about to get fresh. We about to get slayed. About to get my hair done, which I stayed with a wrap. You know, growing up, our hair was really, really long. We decided to mess up our hair. Our fault, to the point where, you know, I'm going natural now. But besides the point, we decided to go to a block party. So we asked our moms, like, Mom, hey, you know, school about to start. We want to hang out. We want to have a good time. You know, we was working for a little while. I got my car. My sister finally had her car. Well, she had her car first, and then I got my own car, thanks to my parents' help. And we wanted to go to a block party. I had boyfriends at the time, so I had them hook up my vehicle by my, you know, they hooked it up for me. That was my gift, you know, for being a good girl, you know. My girls know. But first of all, I had rims, 22-inch rims. I had black tints, 5%. I had TVs in my car. I know. For all my Miami people, y'all know, if you ain't got all that, you ain't from Miami. You and 2 tens in the back from my uncle. You gotta have some beat out somewhere. So why didn't it download? Ugh. So we decided to go to a block party, and I was excited because first of all, we wasn't in school at the time, not yet. We was getting ready to go into, I think we was already in college. I think we was just prioritize our time to the point we wanted to go to a block party, which I don't think we haven't been to a lot. We've been to a few, but not that many. But lo and behold, we get dressed, we get smelling good, and I think I rode by myself. I drove by myself. I wanted to have my car out there with the rims and stuff like that. So I drove out there by myself. My sister rode out there with her boyfriend at the time, a low life. And hold on, y'all. Light here. I think that light bothered me right there. But we decided to go out there. So once we got dressed and we ready to go, we drove out there, right behind each other. My boyfriend didn't go. He was older, so he really didn't care for no block party. But we get out there and we parked, but we had to park kind of away from the block party. It was like a street in the neighborhood, so we parked like at the school. So it's like a big school right here, which is Carol City. I don't know if y'all know about Carol City High School. If y'all from Miami Gardens, Miami, Opelika, Carol City, around the area. So if y'all from Carol City is here, and it has a huge park where it got the football field, the basketball field, a baseball field, and you normally park along the fence after hours, because the fence is normally open, so you go to the park. But since it was after hours, it was closed, so we parked that right next to the gate of the entrance of the park area. And then if you turn around, to the back of me would have been the street where the block party was. So we didn't want to get stuck inside of the block party just in case something happened. Lo and behold, it came to us away from the block party. So we all getting our stuff together. We checking around, we making sure we have all our stuff, and we were ready to jump out the car. I can already hear that my sister and her boyfriend already came out the car, but something just caught my attention. So I looked up and I seen two boys coming our way. You know, remind you, my tents are dark, so I couldn't see nobody beside me once they passed the front windshield of my car. But I definitely could see the boy who was coming to me, pointing the gun, the, you know, pew pew, pointing at a little small one too. So I'm like, dang, is it fake? I'm about to say, boy, get that away from me. Stop playing with me. Back then, you know, being a kid, we didn't take nothing seriously. We didn't think that we can die, you know. But I see him hold it, and he had it like this. Like, all you can see is the pointer like that. So I was like, is that really a pew pew? Like, for real? And it looked like it was old, so I didn't take him seriously. And you could tell the guy was probably like a little bit older than us, maybe a few years older than us. So I didn't take it seriously. But he put the pew pew to my arm right here. So I'm looking, and I'm like, he said, give me that. Give you what? Give you what, sir? Give you what? Give you what? And my sister and her boyfriend is beside me. Remember that. So I'm like, give you what? Next thing you know, he put his hand right here and just yanked everything off. And I'm like, what the? Beep, 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 beep. F. What's going on? What are you doing? And let's back up. Let's back up a little bit. So before the pew, 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 and he's waving it all over the place, before all that, before we got to the block party, you know, we underage, but the gas station always sold us Smirnoffs, beers, maybe, you know, they always had like little cheap liquor like that, cocktails. We were used to Smirnoff, so Smirnoff didn't do anything to us, but we definitely went to go stop and got us a Smirnoff, because just to chill. You know, we knew we wasn't going to impair us from driving or impaired our judgment of what was going on out there. And I thought we made a good decision to park away from the party with other people. We weren't the only cars out there. Other people parked out there with us. But I guess it was just the wrong time, wrong place, wrong time for us. And it's a life lesson, so we learned from it. I'm still here. And so let's go forward. Go forward. So, okay, I'm in the car. I see the guy come my way. I know the guy, one of the other boys stopping with my sister way, but I can't see my sister because of the tents that's in my car. You know, that's my fault. And that made me really, really nervous. So, what's going on with my computer? They made me nervous, but, you know, I'm trying to focus on what was going on in front of me at the time. So, yeah, he yanked my necklace off. He yanked my left arm bracelets off. I had a charm bracelet and the little teddy bear, the big teddy bear bracelets. You know, back in the old school days, you had a teddy bear bracelet to match the big teddy bears on your neck. My old school girls, 80s baby, y'all know about those. So, of course, I had goals in my mouth, Miami people. And a little thug. So, okay, I'm over here. I'm like, is he serious right now? You know, is he really snatching my jewelry off of me like this? I was in shock. I couldn't even fathom what was going on at the time, because it happened so fast. So then, once he snatched my necklaces, he snatched my bracelets, he asked me to take my rings off. But I think 2 of them was fake. One was real, because I think it was either my real father ring that my mom gave us. She wanted to get rid of it. She didn't care for it. But I think I had that on, and I think he stole that. He took that. That was the only one that I had real on my hand at the time. And my engagement ring I didn't have on, thank God. Engagement. So yeah, after he ran off, I said, let me see what type of asshole this is. I said, hold on. I got bangles here. You want these? Y'all know the $5 bangles? I think I had like 20 of them. 10 of them on my arm. Maybe exaggerate a little bit. But I think I had like 10 of them on my arm. I took them off as much as I can get in my one hand and gave it to him. I wanted to see, was he really that young? And when he took it, he turned around. So I knew they were kind of stupid. He actually turned around after he'd already robbed me. He actually turned back around and came and got bangles. I think it was like 2 for $5 or something like that back then. I said, oh gosh, we dealing with some buttholes. Or some basers. A baser would do something like that. Still, $2 bangles, you know. So I said, okay. At this time, I hear screaming and like a little tussle next to me, and my car shook. Mind you, I got 22-inch rims, and my tints are 5%. I can't see anything beside me. Anything. It's like this. Nothing. I can't see anything. So it's dark outside. My TVs are on, so that's kind of impairing my vision a little bit from looking to the back of me, because my car sat up high, so we sat sideways, so her car was diagonally next to mine, but of course it sat lower, so I'm up here, she probably down here. And I said, okay, it didn't sound like a woman scream. It sounded like more of a woman that has a deep voice, and my sister don't have no deep voice. I'm like, what was that? And I'm like, and at this moment, I'm scared, because I'm like, my heart like, should I jump out of this car and see what's going on with my sister and jeopardize my life? Of course. Of course. I didn't jump out the car, but I rolled down my window, and I like, sis, Gina. And she looking like, yeah, I see my sister tussling with the guy. Her boyfriend, asshole, then jumped up and was like, you don't fight with no robber, man. You don't fight with no robber. She didn't. Oh my God, guys. The guy tried to take her chain, because I had a teddy bear chain with a nameplate chain and a little cheap, not cheap because it's from Zales. Okay, it's one of my boyfriends bought that. And it was like an invisible, but you could see the heart pendant. And then my nameplate and a big teddy bear that she bought me for our birthday. And I bought her the same thing, but she didn't have all of hers on that day. It was just me. I always kept my jewelry on for some reason. And my parents always kept jewelry on us. So when I asked her if she okay, she was like, yeah, I'm fine. She heated. She like, my sister like a dude, like, what's up, bro? What's up? So the dude wound up running off. I don't know if he took the chain and he actually got it, or actually broke apart, because she said she still had some of the pieces of the chain in her hand. My sister crazy. And her boyfriend was like, oh, you know, you don't fight with no robber, you just give it up, don't do all that, you're gonna jeopardize your life, you're gonna get yourself killed. In my head, I'm like, why didn't you fight for my sister? Why you didn't fight for the both of us? You feel me? We out here and you the only man. You riding with your girl in her car. I'm riding by myself, which I shouldn't have been. But I ain't want to ride with nobody. I want to chill. I want to ride in my car that I work hard for and got gifted some things to put inside. And I want to have a good time. That was my dog. And all of a sudden, I see my sister hop in the car. She hopped in her car. She had a Chrysler Sebring at the time, and I had a Saturn Aura. I don't know if y'all know what that is, because it's so old. I think it was 2008, and had to be like 2007 at the time. Oh, I wasn't that young then. We had to be already in college, and maybe about 18 years old, 18 or 19 years old. Because I met my husband in 2008. And if I had a 2008 car, it had to be 2007. Yeah. Okay, so my sister hop in her car, and I see her zoom out of the parking lot area. And I'm like, where's she going? All of a sudden, the boys are still running. You could see, like, they're going down the street. They running. And I'm like, my sister finna go follow them in her car. She finna run them over. She about to run them over. In my mind, I had a vision. It's about to be a shootout. My sister about to set it off. in this mother effer. All I can see set it off. I can see Chloe, Queen Latifah set it off and pew, pew, pew. I can see all that. I'm like, oh my gosh. My sister about to go out here and fight for jewelry that we can probably get back. Or for jewelry that we gonna get back later on down the line. We don't need to fight for that. All of a sudden I can hear my mama. This is all in my head in a matter of like 2 seconds. This is all going on in my head while my sister hauling tail down the street after these people. So I can hear my mama. If she fighting, why you ain't fighting? So do I want to die by in the street, or do I want to die by my mama? Both of them ain't good. I'll take a chance. I'm gonna ride or die. Let me go out here with my sister. Let me go follow her. So I hop in my car. I'm already in the car. I put it in reverse. I'm hauling tail after her. All of a sudden I see her stop down on a corner of a couple of blocks from the block party. And the whole time, I'm sure everybody at the block party don't know what's going on, because people are already walking down. They kind of like walking a little bit away from us. They're not really turning around to see what's going on. But this is Carol City. Things like this happen. So nobody really, oh my God, what happened? Let me call the police. Nobody's really like that. They're like, oh, some shit that went down. Something happened. We're fine. So I see her stop a little bit further down the street. I slowed down because, first of all, my car is loud, so my trunk is rattling like brrr, all you hear. And I turned my TVs off so I can make sure I can see, and roll down my windows a little bit so I can see what's going on. And all of a sudden I see my sister stop, and my head, the dudes done turned around. But no, my sister done turned the corner. I bent the corner around her, and we both see the dudes running down the street getting into a Monte Carlo that we recognized. Well, she recognized. I don't know. I try to stay out of people's faces, but my sister like to look in people's eyes because she want to remember you, which is good. Lo and behold, y'all, guess what? My sister recognized the car. She put 2 and 2 together and recognized the guys who robbed us. You want to know where she recognized the guys who robbed us? No, y'all. Not at school. Not in high school. Not in college. But we used to want to walk to the park, which is Carol City. We wound up going to the west, Northwestern. But she wanted to walk to Carol City because we lived in Carol City. We wound up walking to the park. We walk to the park all the time to walk the dogs or do whatever just to get out of the house. These were the same guys that live in the area that stay at the park playing basketball or just sitting on the corner, and she recognized them. These some dummies. Some dummies. Why would you rob somebody you know that know your face? Y'all would see the people get in the car, got the tag number. When we made it back home, of course I'm pissed off at my sister's boyfriend, because I'm like, you know them too. Did you set this up? I didn't recognize them because I don't stare at people's faces, but my sister recognized them. Okay, cool. Next thing you know, we made it back to my mom's house, my mom and my dad's house, and we called the police. We told our mom what happened. My mom hysterical. I'm still in my mind. I'm like, I can't believe this just happened. But you know what, y'all? Y'all know what I was thinking. What was more important at that moment was that these police officers gonna see this damn Smirnoff bottle sitting in a cup holder, gone. I'm going to teenage prison. I'm going to baby prison. I said, oh my God, we underage. We've been drinking. Forget that we just got robbed. I got a whole Smirnoff green apple that's been sucked down to nothing. And they in our car taking fingerprints, and all I can see is this bottle. Forget about getting robbed, sir. We okay. Don't worry about it. We got it. No. We'll find it. Don't worry about it. That's what I'm thinking. Because I'm like, I'm going to jail. I'm finna go to jail with the people who robbed us. Because we've been drinking and driving. Only one bottle. But that was just my mindset. That's my mindset at the time. The police report was written down. They asked us what was taken. We told them what was taken. We had a list to give them. And I want to say 2 weeks later, why they caught them? Both of them in jail. My sister had to go up there and say that, do the lineup and say that was them, because I couldn't pick nobody out because my tents was so dark. And first of all, I don't stare at people how she stared at people, so I couldn't even recognize who they were. All I seen was the gun. And even at that, y'all, let me tell y'all with the gun. The man who had the pew 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 in my arm, why I broke out in that area. My mama took me to the hospital and everything. They said it probably was a dirty pew pew, and you know, just put some Neosporin on it and watch it heal up. They gave me some type of Medicaid cream to put on it too, and it went away. It just watched like a wingworm on my arm, like the size of the hole. That's how what was on my arm. Then when they found them, my sister did the lineup, and they went to jail. While he was in jail, he actually had to pay. I don't know what they call it, but they actually had to pay. Since my sister, she the one picked him out. He couldn't pay me because I didn't pick him out. They paid my sister a certain amount of money. I think it was like $56 a month or every 2 weeks or something like that, until the amount of the jury that was taken was paid off. These people are so stupid. But also, they know what a jury was, but they had already pawned it. And the man said they didn't get nearly as much money as they should have got for the jury. But they had to be on some type of dope because they was young kids. They wasn't kids, but they were older than us. So if we was like 18, 19, they had to be like 23 maybe. They were young and stupid because you got caught. After that, I don't know if they got out. I'm sure they out now. They probably doing some other crimes. My camera died. This one probably about to die too. But I didn't feel like putting it back on the stand. But yeah, more of the story. First of all, don't wear so much jewelry. That's one moral. Second of all, always put God first and let everyone know that you're covered by the blood of Jesus. Because you never know what can happen the next day or this day. And make every day count. Thank God that I'm still here. My sister's still here. She did something crazy, but we're still here and we're still alive to tell a story. So, don't forget. Thank you for following my page. K Miss Missy 2. Press on.